Mark, can you tell us what your thinking was behind the organisation of the programme?
Well, I think there's a lot of talk currently about food security and also about the intensification, sustainable intensification of agriculture. But when you look at the way this is being done, it's essentially an incremental process. We've got a number of existing agricultural systems, and these are being improved step by step by step. Important steps and promising steps. But there's a question in the background, and the question is, could we imagine alternative agricultural systems that are intrinsically more productive? And a second question then arises, if we can imagine them, could we make them a reality? And to make them a reality, we will definitely need to have the input of engineers, the tools and processes. So the conference is really, I suppose, a little bit left field. It's questioning whether the biologists, particularly the applied ecologists, have got knowledge now that can help us imagine new and more productive agricultural systems. And secondly, if we can imagine them, what do we need to do as engineers to make them a reality?
So you've put together a very impressive list of speakers, Mark. What issues do you expect it will deal with, and how will the conference progress?
I think the interesting thing is, as always, when you have different disciplines working together, you sometimes get very productive and interesting ideas emerging. So that's really one of the key parts of the conference, that we've got some eminent applied ecologists and agricultural scientists to help us imagine different systems, and then some engineers who are making tools and processes, designing tools and processes, who will work with those. So it's those two things coming together that should make the conference an exciting occasion. And in the background, of course, as well, is, as always, more research is needed, as you know, Peter, generally. But I think it's fair to say that we're a bit challenged as scientists, really, to develop really innovative, novel agendas for sustainable intensification of agriculture. So hopefully this conference will help that process and perhaps encourage the research councils and the European Commission to think about new programmes.
So who would you like to see in the audience and contribute to the discussion, Mark?
I think we need to reflect in the audience both the mainstream agricultural scientists and the mainstream agricultural engineers, but particularly those, obviously, those people who are most interested in innovation. That's why we've got some leading engineers, for example, from Wageningen, from Aarhus in Denmark. We really need to have people who are prepared to let go of current reality and reimagine things.
What would you regard as a successful outcome?
A successful outcome is not necessarily, it would be very nice to have, well, here's a new agricultural system that we haven't thought of, or maybe two or three of them, even better. But a successful outcome would be simply that we've explored that avenue and we realise that we can go down that avenue together. That would be the best outcome.
Thank you, Mark. So there we have it. An interesting, challenging conference on May the 21st. You've still got time to register. Go to the institution website.